welcome back to Mcoc Albundyrules. So one of the most common questions I get asked constantly, to including newer, novice, intermediate, even some higher up players, is how do I get more 5-star shards? Oh, I'm so close to getting this. I just need a few more. Where can I go? What am I overlooking? What am I missing? So what I got for you here today is you asked for, and I am providing it. 9 ways, 9 specific ways, 9 specific areas of the game or areas you can get into to get 5-star shards and or crystals and or even both. I'll also give a couple extra tips and ways to get some quicker too, but let's focus first on these 9 specific areas where we can get 5-star shards. So I've done something like this in the past about a year ago, but there's been a lot of updates, changes in the games, a lot of new stuff, and why not better time for a nice update on this very important topic. How do we progress? How do we get what we need? So I'll be mostly focusing on areas for the middle, intermediate, higher intermediate level players for super end game content. Like, I'm not going to be getting into stuff like Act 7, Abyss. If you're doing things like Abyss, you're not worried about 5 stars, let's face it, right? So I'm worried about a good chunk of player base right here. So I'm going to start off on the most obvious of all of these. Some are obvious, some aren't, but I'm going to start with the most obvious place to get it. It's going to be story mode. But parts of story mode that might not be obvious is how many you can get in which area and how early you can get 5-star shards. So I'm going to show you, at least in book 1, how many we can get total. I'm going to do the breakdown, how many you can get total in all these different areas. So for Act 4, you can start getting them as early as Act 4. What we will see here is we see a total of 4,000 right there. But in addition to these 4,000, once you break down by chapter, you will see additional amounts as well. So sometimes I'll break down for the exact chapter. Don't worry, I've already got there and done all the math for everybody. Broke out the good old calculator. You know I care about y'all if I'm breaking out calculators and doing math. Oh, math. So let me break out the total amounts for you for Act 4. When I went through everything, the 4,000 there, there's another 1,000 in the chapter, completion and or explorations, for a total of 5,000. If you 100% Act 4, you got yourself half a 5-star crystal, which is plenty good for that early in the game. So Act 4 can get you up to 5,000. So let's look at Act 5 now. Towards the end of Act 5 is where you probably want to start using 5 stars. Technically, you can get through with only 4 stars. A lot of us old timers did back in the day, but 5 stars, if you got them, may as well use them, right? But how much can you get in Act 5? So first, we will see a 5-star crystal you will get here. And then as we break down through the chapters, I'm just going to kind of scroll through. You see the chapters going on along the way down here. And we see that 2,500 in Chapter 3, and Chapter 4 is going to be the big amounts for this specific act, 15,000 when it comes to Chapter 4. So what does all this add up to for Act 5 for you? So if you were to 100% Act 5, that's going to get you 20,400 shards and 1 5-star crystal. So equivalent total to really 3 whole 5-star if you 100% everything. So let's get into Act 6, and there's a lot of goodies in here on Act 6, but as of right now, as I said, the purpose of this video is focusing on how to help you get 5 stars. So one thing we will quickly see is a 5-star nexus. Isn't that a nice little extra little tidbit there? We will see the 10,000 shards there, and then going to look through on these chapters, we will see a lot, 13,000 there for 100%ing that. We will see the 25,000 there. We see the 32,000, and we're working our way up to the good old 40,000. So what does all that spell out for in Act 6 rewards? It's a total of 120,000. So if you don't want to break out the calculator, how much can you do? How many 5-star shards can you get just by doing Act 4, Act 5, and Act 6? If you 100% all 3 of those, trying to build yourself up, and just keep in mind, this is only the 5-star shards, that's going to get you 145,400. Don't forget those extra 400 at the end. 5-star shards. So 145,400 shards, plus some extra crystals and a nexus in there as well. So this is a great place to focus. Also gets you the experience moving on up in the game, and so good place. So this is the first part where I'm going to focus on ways to get 5-star shards and crystals. Some coming up won't be as obvious. I'm going to kind of work my way through. So getting ready to get into the second part. So for the second way, I'm going to show you on how to easily get 5 stars or 5-star shards. Now that one's somewhat obvious. Like I said, I'm going to start off obvious, kind of work our way up, but then you can also give me the breakdown, even in some of the obvious ways. The good thing about this next way is that it's reoccurring, meaning it resets every single month you can get these. And these are the current amounts, but some things we might not realize is how early, easy difficulties you can get 5-star shards. So you can actually start getting 5-star shards as easy as heroic 1000 for exploration. I personally do 100% exploration every month, mainly just for those. Also, I like the T4C2, kind of run out of them as doing a lot of rank ups. But 1000 on heroic, I mean, you could do heroic difficulty with probably 2 stars, I'm guessing. But so 1000 5-star shards just for that. So that's every month you can get those. Now let's look at master. So master, we see the 2000 for the exploration, but don't forget you also get stuff in the chapters. We'll see chapter 1, the 200. We'll also see the 250, and then we'll see the big whopping 300. What's all that give us? For master, that's going to give us 2,750 per month. You can get 5-star shards. Again, master is pretty simple. Very early level players can handle heroic and master to get those 5-star shards. Uncollected, so in order to have that ability, you got to be uncollected, but again, something you can do with easily with 4-star champs. You'll see the 2500 for exploration, but don't forget here you got the 1000 there, you got the 1600 there, and for chapter 3 you got the 2400. So do a little bit of math, bing 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 bada boom, it gives us about 7500 per month. So some of you may or may not be able to do Cavalier, or might get there. But what you can get in Cavalier, we see the 4500. We'll also see 1350 times 2, we want 2700. Then we have the here 1550 times 2. It's some odd number sign, 1750s times 2. That will give us 13,800 per month in Cavalier. So if you were able to 100% explore all of these areas, Heroic, Master, EQ, and Cavalier, you would get 25,050 5-star shards every single month. That's every month, okay? Not just once, every month. So great way to go ahead and get those and build them up. So that is our second way to get these shards. Going to be moving on to our third way. So for the third way, I'm going to cover as far as being able to gain 5-star shards or crystals is going to be the side event. Normally there's going to be a special event in here in this area. Unfortunately this month it's not. It's going to be different, but it's still pretty good. So I'm going to show you what you can get pretty much every single month. There's a side event, and I can't think of any time recently where there weren't 5-star shards available. So the side event's really here. You're not going to see 5-star shards in this specific area. However, you're going to see these little red ticket doohickey majiggies, digital snapshot, okay, whatever. I liked thingy majiggies better. But anyway, so you get those. You see a lot of them are gone, but you use these and you spend them. So the side event is doing these items for this month to get these little red doohickeys, and then you're going to bring them on over to the store, and you're going to go to the Daily Bugle store, and you're going to spend them here. So with that being said, the side event this time is you get to really pick which rewards you get, so to speak. And it can change based on different levels of the game as far as what's available. So I cannot 100% promise that you will have available to you everything you see on mine, because I have everything unlocked based on throne breaker, throne something status, whatever I am. Anyway, so you will see some 5-star shards here. So let me give you the breakdown, the highest possible breakdown of 5-star shards for this month's side quests. Keep in mind, this will change every single month. Pretty much always is there going to be some kind of 5-star stuff available in there, but I cannot always guarantee exactly the amount. So for this one, the highest possible you could get will be this 5-star Nexus crystal, and then you will see 500 5-star shards, up to 5 of them, and you will see 2,500 5-star shards, up to 2 of them. So what does that put in total? That will put in total the maximum for this specific month, August 2021 side event quest, as 1 5-star Nexus and 7,500 5-star shards. You see a lot more there, and like I said, this will change month by month, but for this month, that is what you would get, and that would be the number 3 way to get 5 stars or 5-star shards. So let's move on to number 4. Fourth way to get, and this is something you can get quite a lot on. So we're going to start getting into the more subtle ways to get 5-star shards, at least including the breakdown. So fourth way now is going to be incursions. Okay, incursions, they take a little bit of time, and as people ask me all the time if I can do incursions with them, I almost always say no because they take forever. A good decent run is going to take a good hour on average, maybe an hour and a half, depending on how deep you go, depending on your partner, depending on lag, depending on all kinds of issues. And I don't really need the shards that much to where I don't do them that much anymore. But for those who need them, this is a great place to get them. Of course, depending on different variables is going to determine what sector you can do. We'll see. I'll do sector 7 and 8 available to me. You're going to have 2 of these sectors available to you on rewards. You will notice sector 4, 5, 6, those are not open for me. So sometimes people ask me, hey, can you do sector 5? 1, sorry, they take forever. And 2, I'm not going to get any rewards, so I'm going to spend that hour and a half to get nothing, no rewards. That's not always the best use of my time, so I'm sorry, but there you go. But for those of you trying to get the rewards, this will work well for you. I'm going to break down as early as I can show on where you can actually start getting, you see, based on different tiers, based on your progress on the game, where you can start getting 5-star shards. As early back as sector 4, you can start getting 5-star shards, as you will see as you get to zone 4. And you will see those. You can actually get 2,100. I'm sorry, you can get 1,750. You can get 1,750 of these 5-star shards every tournament, which reset every month approximately. So every month on here, for if you're doing sector 4, you can get 1,750. Then we will look at sector 5. In sector 5, you will see as well, for sector 5, if you were to do this every month, you would be able to get in this tournament, you would be able to get 2,100. So let's say you were in tier 4, every month you would be able to get almost 4,000 5-star shards by doing 10 zones of sector 4 and sector 5 as a good example. So then we will see tier 3. We have our sector 5 right and over here. If you do 10 zones over here of our sector 5, sorry, we already did that. That was 2,100. So if you see sector 6, you will go on, move your way on through here, and you can get up to 4,000 of these 5-star shards every time the tournament ends. Again, we see the timer right up there. So every time that resets, these reset. So approximately every month, let's just say. Now we're moving on to sector 7. You go through here, you'll see the 500 per zone, so you can get up to, on sector 7, 5,000 of the shards. And then if you're able to get zone 8 unlocked for you, keep in mind you can only have 2 of these unlocked for the rewards again. So if you're able to have zone 8, you may or may not need 5-star shards. However, what you can get actually quite a lot. If you get 600 per zone, so if you made it 10 zones, that's going to be 6,000. But for sector 5, you can keep going, unlike the other ones. You can keep going and going. So if you're just hardcore and you need those, although if you're able to make it to zone 25, you probably don't need 5-star shards at that stage, but you will see you can actually get as many as 15,000 5-star shards per tournament or per month on sector 8, which of course will be for higher level players, generally speaking, on there. But in addition to this, you also get milestones. So in the milestones, you might not see the 5-star shards, but you're going to see these little doohickeys, these incursion artifacts. I call everything doohickey, don't I? Anyway, so these incursion artifact doohickeys can be spent to get more 5-star stuff. So let me show you. You collect these, you collect those, and then what we're going to do is we're going to switch on out and we're going to go to the store, and let me show you what you can get from there. So we go to the store, and now we're going to go to incursions, and you will see these. You can get 3, 4, and 5. Since we're talking about 5 stars for this video, I'm going to focus on 5s. You can go forward with the different specific 5-star crystals, add more amounts, 27,000, or unless there's something you really want, I generally just do or recommend these 5-star crystals there because it's 5,000 less of them, so easier to get more. Unless, of course, there's something you're specifically targeting. So that is going to be the next way and how you can get 5-stars crystals and shards. That was going to be way number 4, which was with incursions. So now we see, and they can keep going and keep getting quite a bit on them every month. So for way number 5 on how to get 5 stars or 5-star shards, let's go in a way that you can get quite a lot this way, but it's going to take a little bit of grinding. So you want to put in the effort, you want to just get down and nitty gritty and boom shakalaka throw down. Go to arenas. You can get some good stuff on over here. Good way to get gold, good way to get battle chips for units, things like that. But let's talk about these 5-star shards. So we're going to go over here, we're going to see a couple different arenas here. Going to show this 3x3 here over on the basic side. Let's look at the rewards. So you might not get them on these milestone rewards, but if you go to rank rewards, you're going to see over here, you can get the 5-star. If you're really high, it's going to be hard for anybody who's not a high-end player to get this one, though, and to finish in the top 500 going to be very hard. So more realistically, though, if you grind hard in here, top 1 to 5%, maybe not. If you grind hard, 5,000. 5-star shards. 6 to 10%, it usually isn't too hard to get if it's not a new champion. On the basic side, 3,000. 11 to 30%, 1,000 of the shards. 31 to 60%, 500. These are pretty easy to get, and as long as you make the rank rewards, you will get at least 255 stars. So just make the rank rewards, which is unlocked by getting 1.5 million. So if you get 1.5 million points in this arena, you're guaranteed a minimum of 250. The higher you get in rank rewards, the more you're going to get. So let's show the other arena as well. Going to go ahead and show the featured one. So over here, again, we're not going to be seeing these, although you will see these little Grandmaster Crystal Shard doohickeys. You may or may not get 5 stars there, but let's look at the 5 stars. So let's go to rank rewards. We'll see in this month it's the reworked 6-star thingies. Again, unless you're very deep in the game, it's very unlikely you're going to finish top 500 to get this 5-star. Take quite a bit there. But if you do finish in the 1 to 5%, 5,000. 6 to 10%, 3,000. And more realistically will be these other ones for the lower developed rosters, as long as you grind hard and grind heavy. 1,000 for the 11 to 30%. 500 for 31 to 60%. And as long as you got at least 2 million points and unlock the rank rewards, you will get a minimum of 255-star shards. Would be the minimum as long as you unlock that 2 million right there. And then that'll get you 61 to 100%. So that was going to be way number 5 in order to get 5-star shards. Keep in mind, these are every 3 days. This happened twice a week. So we're talking about, so let's just say, realistically, you grind pretty hard, pretty heavily. Let's just say it is possible for a decent roster grinding pretty heavy to get these 11 to 30%. Let's say you get 11 to 30% in this arena twice, both times during the week, because it resets twice a week. So that's 2,000. So let's say you also got it in the other arena as well. You can get as much, if you get top 11 to 30% in both of these basic and featured arenas both times a week, you're going to be getting about 4,000 5-star shards a week. So that's something very realistic there. Going to be some heavy grinding, but 4,000 5-star shards a week on a realistic, pretty good amount of grinding ability going on right there. So they can add up very heavy. So 4,000 a week, multiply that by, let's say, a month, 4 or 5 weeks, you're getting you 20,000 or so in there on some heavy grinding. So let's go on to way number 6. Number 6 is honestly just overtime. It used to be one of my favorite ways. Now it's honestly one of my least favorite ways. People ask me all the time, like, hey, why are you in the Gold 2 Alliance? I'm like, Gold 2? When did we hit Gold 2? I like being in Gold 3 or Silver. But anyway, because we just do my personal alliance, the reason I love this alliance, we do optional AW, because I don't like AW. I think there's way too much, and I like to do it occasionally, maybe do 5 wars to get the season rewards, but that's about it. There's way too much hype and pressure, and it just takes, in my opinion, personal opinion, unpopular opinion, maybe, I don't like where I just feel like there's way too much everything into it for what you get out out of it, but that's my personal opinion. But it is a good way, especially players who are developing, to get 5-star shards. It's a great way, and I loved it when I was still developing. I'm just far enough along to where I don't feel the need to drive myself crazy over it. So I can say casual, but that's my personal opinion. So, but let me show you what you can get. You will see in this specific tier, so I'm just in gold 2, which is not very high. That's middle-ish ground, give or take. You will see for a victory, you get 400. Every war victory, 400 5-star shards, and that will change. It can be less based on lower tier, more higher tier. Like I said, gold 2 is not very high. We just do between 1 or 2 battle group optional war every war, so it doesn't take much to. So if we're able to make it there, if you put an effort in, I'm sure you can be in those gold areas. Participation. You will see at just participating, you get 5-star shards at this level too. But where you get the better amount of stuff is going to be on the season rewards. So you can get some good rewards over on season rewards. You will see some breakdown over here as well on the participation, potential rewards along the way. And then for the actual rewards, it will vary where you're at. And you can get really, they're not showing right now for whatever reason, but what you are able to get as far as for these different abilities and tiers, you can get quite a bit. So for the gold 3 through Platinum 2 at the end of every season, which right now it's kind of on a hold, on a hiatus, but you can get as much as Gold 3 through Platinum 2. Each of those, you get a 5-star Nexus. On Silver 1, you can get 15,000 5-star shards. Silver 2, 12,500 5-star shards. And so that's Silver 3, the 10k 5-star shards. Bronze 1 is going to be 6k 5-star shards. And Bronze 2, 2k. So even down in the Bronze area, which will be pretty lower level, newer alliances you're doing the season, you're going to be getting 5-star shards. So again, as you work your way up, you're going to get more of it. But by doing each war and or the war seasons, you can start accumulating a decent amount of 5-star shards between the two combined. So that is another great way to earn those 5-star shards and crystals. Now on to way number 7 to get 5-star shards or crystals. Great way right here. It takes a little bit to be able to fully do this as far as your roster, but you could do little by little. People ask all the time which one's the easiest. Depends on your roster. You're rewarded for having diverse rosters, but don't start on number 1 though. 1 is easily the hardest out of all of them. I'm going to show you the rewards. But 2 through 7 will be easiest depending on your roster. They're all kind of niche. But let me show you how much we can get out of the rewards from here. Starting off on variant 1, you will see you can get 2 5-star crystals from variant 1. You will see in variant 2, you can also get 2 5-star crystals. In variant 3, you can also get 2 5-star crystals. Moving on now to variant 4, Waning Moon, you can also get 2 5-star crystals. Notice the theme there. So the first 4 variants, you can get 2 5-star crystals. It does change coming on variant 5. See some different rewards. Instead of the crystals, you actually get 25,000 5-star shards now. So it's really 2.5 crystals equivalent to, or you could spend them on featured instead if you want. So variant 5, we see those. Now we go to variant 6, and we will see also 25,000 5-star crystals, and we will see 25,000 5-star crystals here as well. So let me break this down for you. Let me do some more math for you. Break out the calculator. Ding, 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 yet again. So between variants 1 through 4, if you 100% them, if you just do completion, that's 4 5-star shards. If you do 100% completion, in addition to the completion, that will be a total of 8. So 4 for completion, 4 for exploration. So 8 total 5-star crystals for variants 1 through 4. Between variants 5 through 7, each of those you get 25,000 crystal shards. So if you just explore if you just complete variants 5, 6, and 7, that will be 30,000 5-star shards. If you do 100% exploration for variants 5, 6, and 7, that'll get you a total of 75,000 shards. So if you just go from 0 to 100 in variants 1 through 7, that will get you 8 5-star crystals and 75,000 5-star shards. So a good way to get some little by little through on out. Now moving on to way number 8 on how to get 5-star shards and crystals. It's not going to be a whole lot, but it is a way people have kind of forgot about, overlooked along the way. It is a decent amount of work based on pretty outdated rewards, but it is still a way to get these rewards. So I'm going to Special Quest tab. I am going to Road of Labyrinth. That's something you don't hear a whole lot about these days. These are definitely not the greatest rewards, but then again, it's easier to complete than it was way back in the days when this was newer and when this was a prerequisite to LOL. It doesn't take a whole lot to get through this these days, so you will get 1,000 5-star shards. So you've seen a quick 1,000 shards. Been going through here. Exploration of this 100% gives you 1,000 5-star shards, leading to the last way, way number 9, you can get some 5-star shards if needed. Again, another piece of content, slightly outdated rewards from what it was compared to how hard it used to be, but it's way easier than it used to be based on new champs in the game, this and that. This way that used to be completed for number 9, way how to get 5-star crystals or shards. Back in the day, people used to use 4-star Star Lords to complete this. Nowadays, you can get a 5 or 6-star Aegon, High Sig, just steamroll through this, so much easier to complete than it used to be. Of course, I'm talking about Labyrinth of Legends, LOL. So we're going to click on this. We're going to look at our rewards here, and we will see right on over here that we got our completion rewards and our exploration rewards. So you complete LOL. One run through with an Aegon isn't that bad these days. 20,000. If you get full exploration, 45,000. So you get 65,000 5-star crystals. Shards, I'm sorry. 65,000. That'd be nice. That'd be a lot of crystals, wouldn't it? 65,000. Anyway, 65,000 shards for 5 stars by doing LOL right there. So, with all that being said now, I'm hoping you found this video useful along the way. One thing I do want to remind you of as well as other tips on getting 5-star shards in addition to these 9 ways to specifically get them. Some are reoccurring, some are one time, some kind of fluctuate month by month like the side events. But don't forget 4-star shards. Don't overlook 4 stars because I know that might not be what you want. I know you can stop using 4 stars at a certain point in the game. However, they get you 5-star shards when you dupe them. So the bonus way, a 10th way to get 5-star shards, extra bonus information, boom, 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 extra info, is nothing special, but just keep focusing on your 4 stars. Don't ignore them. Don't ignore chances at 4 stars because those add up. They'll give you ISO, which is always very much needed, as well. Of course, it also gives you extra 5-star shards, and they add up. And those and gives you those crystals too, so we can get more shards when you max out the 6. So don't forget those. I'm hoping all these different ways helped you in order to be able to get through and handle these.